Welcome to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Coming up on today's news, a major cleanup effort took place in Cleveland's Duck Island neighborhood. Then, in honor of Black Maternal Health Week, a major milestone is being celebrated in Cleveland. Then we'll go to Cleveland's west side to see what became of a vacant CVS building. And later, Cleveland honored unity and diversity at the 2025 Asian Interfaith Celebration. But first, Cleveland Mayor Justin Bibb was all smiles at a recent press conference where he spoke on one of Cleveland's newest programs. A warehouse that serves as the home base for Amen Ministry was the location for the Home for Every Neighbor press conference. Home for Every Neighbor is Cleveland's initiative to supply housing for the unhoused. At this event, Cleveland Mayor Justin Bibb made a big announcement.
So this morning, I'm proud to announce that because of this city-led effort, we have officially housed 154 unsheltered neighbors in our city across nearly 50 sites and 13 wards in the great city of Cleveland, Ohio.
Ward 7 Councilwoman Stephanie House Jones has been a longtime advocate for the unhoused and was pleased to see how the Home for Every Neighbor initiative has taken off.
My colleagues in Cleveland City Council felt it really to take the action to make the real investment, not just by words, but in real dollars and cents. And to be able to see the yielding results in less than a year, when people tell us what we can't do, this A Home for Every Neighbor initiative has told us what we can do. When we're all working together, when we don't care who gets the credit, we do the work. We can do amazing things on behalf of people, just of our neighbors, and that's what we need. And so,
to furnish the houses to make them warm and comfortable, the city of Cleveland turned to Amen Ministry and its founder, Deacon Lou Primozic. Amen Ministry collects, refurbishes, and distributes much-needed items such as bedding, furniture, clothing, and food items donated by the public.
This particular program, it sends a clear message. The forgotten are not forgotten. And with this project here, I think that we've changed lives in a very, very significant way. As the mayor said, we've done over 2,000 pieces of furniture, we've done clothing, we've done ancillary things, and so on. And a lot of the furniture came from the Amen Ministry donor base, folks who donate furniture. No strings attached, they just want to be very, very helpful. And the people receive are very thoughtful and gracious and very, very appreciative.
If you'd like to make a donation, visit amenministry.com for details. TV20 gives you an in-depth look into the lives of 5 people who were previously unhoused in our new special, Sheltering Hope, which you can watch right now on our TV20 Cleveland YouTube page. Make sure you hit that subscribe button first. A major cleanup effort took place in Cleveland's Duck Island neighborhood. Once home to one of the city's largest homeless encampments near Scranton Road, the site had remained cluttered with debris even after all residents were successfully housed last November through the Home for Every Neighbor program. Mayor Bibb, members of the Cleveland Fire and Police Department, City Cabinet, and volunteers lent a hand to help remove garbage, broken furniture, tents, and more. In honor of Black Maternal Health Week, a major milestone is being celebrated in Cleveland. Birthing Beautiful Communities is officially breaking ground on a new state-of-the-art birth center. Years in the making, this project is led by an all-women team with a mission to transform maternal health across Ohio. Built with care, intention, and community support, the center aims to provide a safe and empowering space for expectant mothers. TV20's Sierra Nelson has the report.
Thanks, Dan. I'm here at the corner of East 65th and Chester for the groundbreaking of Birthing Beautiful Communities. Mayor Bibb is here, city officials and city leaders, and the community are here to birth something new. Cleveland Mayor Justin Bibb, local officials, and Birthing Beautiful Communities break ground for the new center that will help transform the community for new moms and babies.
As we celebrate Black Maternal Health Week, I couldn't think of a better way to celebrate that progress and show that Cleveland is a city that's always going to stand for Black women and fight for Black women.
Birthing Beautiful Communities is a nonprofit that helps more than 900 families a year against social determinants that impact infant mortality including education, engagement, systemic racism, and community structures that lead to poor birth outcomes. One new mom says birthing beautiful communities is a place she felt safe when preparing for her baby's birth.
When I was pregnant, as excited as I was a little fearful just hearing the statistics, and I didn't know how everything would go. So I was very scared. And around 36 weeks was when I reached out to BBC. I just wanted to feel some sense of, I wanted to feel reassured.
Premature births make up 77% of infant deaths, and Black babies are 3 times more likely to die before 12 months, according to reports. That's why CEO and president of the organization says providing the best care is their priority.
I hope today is a beacon of hope and light for Black women here in Northeast Ohio, for moms and families to know that we see them, we love them, and that we want to take care of them in this new facility that will be an awesome building here for their help, healing, and wholeness.
Doulas say they are here for the community and looking forward to the center's opening next year.
Your birth matters, your life matters, your baby matters. Family is what makes the world go round, and I'm here to help you have the best support, the best birth possible.
Sierra Nelson, TV20 News.
A new chapter in community health care on Cleveland's west side, Neighborhood Family Practice, officially opened its new health center on West 130th Street. The site, once a shuttered CVS, has been transformed into a full-service medical facility. Earlier this year, TV20 sat down with NFP's CEO, who stressed the critical need for accessible health care and pharmacy options for residents in Councilman Casey's ward.
1, 2, 3.
All right. In case you missed it, here are the highlights from this week's City Council meeting. Hey Cleveland, here's a quick wrap-up of the key decisions from the April 14th City Council meeting. Council approved 4 pieces of legislation that enact changes to the city's laws over tobacco and smoke shops. These include updating the language in the codified ordinances of Cleveland to match the Ohio Revised Code, requiring retail licenses for tobacco sales, limitations on smoke shop store locations, and regulations on window signage. City Council passed legislation authorizing the Directors of Parks and Recreation and Community Development to enter into a property exchange agreement with the Cleveland Municipal School District. The agreement facilitates a mutually beneficial swap of properties to support public projects, including the construction of a new JFK High School athletic stadium near the new JFK High School and the city-owned JFK Recreation Center. Finally, City Council approved a resolution sponsored by Councilwoman Stephanie House Jones, recognizing April 11th to the 17th, 2025 as National Black Maternal Health Week in the city of Cleveland. The resolution honors Black-led organizations leading systemic change in maternal health and affirms the city's commitment to supporting initiatives that promote equity, healing, and thriving communities. That's your Cleveland City Council wrap for this week. Stay tuned to TV20 for more updates on how council decisions shape our city. We'll be back with more TV20 news after this.
Hello, my name is John Mahoney. I am the manager of the City of Cleveland Office of Consumer Affairs. The Office of Consumer Affairs investigates consumer complaints. These include any purchase of a product or service you make, as long as you are a Cleveland resident or the complaint is about a business located in the City of Cleveland, Ohio. We will attempt to mediate an agreement between both parties to resolve the issue. However, we cannot guarantee an outcome in the consumer's favor. Consumer complaint categories include auto, repair and purchase, billing, home improvement contractors, mortgages, and retail. We have posted consumer educational flyers on the Office of Consumer Affairs page on the City of Cleveland website. We also collaborate with local, state, and federal partners who protect Clevelanders. Cleveland Department of Aging, the Better Business Bureau, Cuyahoga County Department of Consumer Affairs, the Legal Aid Society of Cleveland, the Ohio Attorney General, the Federal Trade Commission, the Federal Bureau of Investigations. Feel free to contact us with any questions at 216-664-4529.
This summer, the Cultural Arts team is offering a variety of programs throughout the city of Cleveland, including ceramics, painting, theater, cooking, and more. With a variety of youth and adult classes, there's something for everyone. All the instruction and basic materials are provided free of charge. For a full list of offerings, visit us online or call Cadell Fine Arts at 216-664-4103 for more information. Registration opens Tuesday, May 6th, with programs starting June 2nd. Look forward to seeing you this summer.
Welcome back to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Let's head over now to the main branch at the Cleveland Public Library, who played host to this year's Northeast Ohio Youth Climate Summit.
This is so exciting. The Cleveland Public Library is buzzing with excitement with over 300 students from 30 schools throughout Northeast Ohio here to learn about climate change and what they can do to be a part of solutions. I think students are aware that we have a lot of environmental challenges. They learn about the problems in school, but we're really focusing here on solutions, and we want students to know that they are not alone, that there are already people working on these problems, and that there are ways that they can get involved today.
So we have breakout rooms being led by Beaumont, St. Joseph's, Gilmore Academy, CMSD schools, John Marshall, as well as Brecksville. So I was kind of in charge of connecting with students who are really passionate from other schools and getting them to bring their interest to the summit to make it a more diverse experience. So they're leading breakout rooms on everything from sustainability and fashion to the effect that pollinators have on climate change. To urban agriculture.
And what's beautiful about it is while students are learning from each other, the students teaching are learning skills of leadership. They're learning about how to craft messages that resonate with their peers. They're learning how to organize educational lessons and how to organize a whole summit. We have a student on our planning team named Faye Moladina, and this is year 2 that she has secured a really amazing youth climate activist. So Sage Lanier, her message is really about understanding that climate change is not the problem, that climate change is a symptom of greater systemic problems in our society involving the economy and systems and how we manufacture things.
What does a different structure look like? What does a better economy look like that doesn't create environmental crises, but one that works, that serves people, where we can enjoy our natural spaces and we can enjoy our cities. We can't do it alone. We need a lot of people. We need everyone to cooperate on this.
I want to extend a special invitation to any student who hears this message and thinks, I wish I would have been there. We're going to have a way for you to express interest on the website at neoclimatesummit.org so to make sure you're on the mailing list so that next year's summit doesn't pass you by.
And once again, that website to visit for more info on next year's summit is neoclimatesummit.org. Turning now to our health segment, TV20 health reporter Richard Stewart sat down with Public Health Director Dr. David Margolius to talk about lead.
Dr. Margolius, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Lead has been an intractable issue in the city of Cleveland for decades. What's new with the inspection regime and what's current?
Yeah, so lead has really plagued our city. Really, relative to other cities across the country, lead poisoning is so much worse in Cleveland because of how much lead paint has been used in this city and how many houses remain that have lead paint covered all of them. And so in October, we made that change to only accept that stricter, that more comprehensive lead risk assessment for granting lead safe certificates for homes in the city of Cleveland. And when we did that, we created a lot of attention, a lot of demand, our enforcement increased, and as a result, we got a surge of new lead-safe applications into Cleveland, and unfortunately developed a backlog. So it was a good problem that so many people were submitting these applications, but bad problem in that it was taking us then months to review these applications and turn them in.
What were some of the key challenges in addressing the backlog? Because it seemed pretty daunting from the beginning.
Yeah, we had a backlog of 1,200 lead-safe certification applications and just a few people reviewing them, because for a while that had been the right amount of people. We'd been doing okay. But with the surge of attention, with the increased enforcement thanks to the Residents First legislation, we had a huge backlog that we had to tackle.
And so that's been addressed. I mean, what's the good news here?
Yeah, well, it's good news. So as a result of all of this work, Director Liz Crow's team in Urban Analytics and Innovation first worked with the team on a process improvement plan through their Elevate boot camps. And then with all that process kind of drawn out, we had a guide. We had everything in the software, the city software called Acela, to work through. The mayor called us all into the Red Room in mid-March. We got 22 volunteers to work through these lead-safe certificates. We trained them how to do it through 2 full-day trainings, and we all got to work. And over the course of the next 3 weeks, we worked through those 1,200 backlog applications, and now we're at backlog 0.
Is that unusual to have happen, that interdepartmental cooperation that was able to solve a problem in a relatively short period of time? It sounds somewhat novel to me.
Yeah, it was an incredible experience. I mean, for folks from HR, the Office of Equal Opportunity, from Public Health, from the Mayor's Office and Building and Housing, all to come together to work on one project. It was just a really unique experience. It was wonderful.
So how did you utilize technology to be able to, clear the backlog?
Yeah, prior to the Urban Analytics Department coming in and reworking the process, the lead-safe certificate applications were coming in through email. People were bringing them in person and paper. And so they reworked the process to all come through the Acela software in the city. They created a guide that's online, a video that's online for how people can submit their lead-safe applications. And that really changed the game for us, because me at my desk in Public Health, someone in HR's desk, in the Department of HR, anybody could sit and review these applications with, of course, close supervision from folks with the lead risk assessment license in building and housing.
So let's bring it home. What does this mean for the residents of Cleveland, and what does it mean for the landlords of Cleveland?
Yeah, what it means is that lead-safe workers submitting these applications are getting now same day, same week feedback on what they can do to make the property lead-safe. And so residents in properties and rental units that have gotten a lead-safe certificate can know that a lead risk assessment has been done in their rental unit and where their home, where they live, and they can see that and see what they need to do to stay lead safe and avoid lead poisoning for their children.
So going forward, what are we doing to avoid any future backlogs and continuing to address the lead problem?
Yeah, so we now have 22 people across the city who are trained in doing this work. Now, we're not all going to be doing that full time, but we're ready to jump in at any moment if that backlog were to develop again. At the same time, Building and Housing is working through the process to post a couple new positions, folks who will be ready to take on this work full time so that this backlog doesn't happen in the future.
Well, that sounds like some good news we can all celebrate.
Absolutely.
Well, Dr. Margolius, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for covering this.
From the safety of our homes to the health of our families, Cleveland is stepping up. This month on TV20's Cleveland Health, we spotlight efforts to improve Black maternal outcomes, support healthy homes, and close health equity gaps with insight from Dr. David Margolius and Dr. Randy Vince. There's more TV20 news still to come, so stay tuned.
Cleveland, it's time to make a difference. Ready, set, recycle. Did you know 78,000 households have already joined the movement? Together last year, we diverted over 3,300 tons of waste from landfills, keeping our city cleaner and greener. But we're not stopping there. We're expanding recycling efforts across city facilities to lead by example, because when we recycle right, we make a bigger impact. By opting in to Cleveland's subscription-based recycling program, you help reduce waste, lower contamination, and build a sustainable future for our community. Right now, our contamination rate is 14%. Let's do better. Keep your recyclables clean, dry, and empty, and only recycle the right material. More households, more impact. A green city on a blue lake. Are you ready? Sign up today at clerecycles.com or call 216-664-3030, and let's build a cleaner Cleveland together.
Camp George Forbes offers a summer overnight and day camp program. Overnight campers will receive 5 days and 4 nights of positive and rewarding experiences that is conducive to the nature of camping. This program is organized and structured to instill a sense of respect for people, nature, and the environment. Campers will gain skills within the areas of aquatics, arts and crafts, indoor-outdoor education, and recreation. Ages range between 9 and 13 years old. Registration is open now, and the camping season starts June 9th. For more information, please contact Camp Forbes at 216-263-5325.
Welcome back to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. A dramatic fire and heroic rescue on Cleveland's west side as 2 homes went up in flames on Sacramento Avenue near West 139th in March. Neighbors and first responders jumped into action. A brave 16-year-old rushed in with a ladder to rescue a mother and her children, while Cleveland police officers pulled an elderly neighbor and her dog to safety. TV20's Randy Buffington caught up with the young hero as he had lunch with Mayor Bibb.
The celebration continues for 16-year-old Tyler Sowden, the Cleveland teen who sprung into action to save a family whose home caught fire on Cleveland's west side.
In our line of work, people look at the fire department and say, we're the community heroes, we're the last line of defense. But actually, the community is the last line of defense because we need the community's help to come out with the best outcomes that we can. This is the perfect example of it.
Life comes at you fast. Before all of the heroics, Tyler was in his room playing video games. He heard screams, dropped what he was doing, and picked up a ladder.
Nothing was going through my head, actually. I kind of just did it. It's a normal thing to do.
It's his instincts.
Yeah.
Just took over. He just did the right thing.
Over the past few weeks, the family has been showered with love and support. Today, the neighbors he rescued, first responders, and even Mayor Bibb came out to Station 39 for a recruitment visit, disguised as a lunch.
I wanted just to spend a few moments with the chief and the men and women of our fire department to congratulate Tyler for being such a great example of courage, bravery, and sacrifice. This young man has a bright future. Tyler, we were talking about you this morning at Cabinet, and I told the director and the chief that you have a standing job offer whenever you finish up high school or college to come work for the city of Cleveland to join the ranks of our fire department. So let's give Tyler a big round of applause if we can.
His future is wide open. He could be pretty much anything he wants to, but I told him what I want him to be is I want to be in our ranks as a Cleveland firefighter. So I'm going to badger him till he graduates, and even if he doesn't, choose to be a firefighter, I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that he's successful in whatever he wants to do.
He still has some time to decide, but Tyler isn't shying away from life as a firefighter.
Yeah, I'll be knocking on his door. As soon as I'm 18, I'll be knocking, don't worry.
For TV20, I'm Randy Buffington.
Cleveland honored unity and diversity at the 2025 Asian Interfaith Celebration. Hosted by Asian liaison Chai Min Chen, the event featured blessings from Muslim, Buddhist, and Christian leaders, and a city proclamation delivered by the City of Cleveland Director Angela Shute-Woodson. Finally, Earth Day is officially recognized on April 22nd, But here in Cleveland, the celebration is going all month long. Rid-All Green Partnership hosted their 5th annual Earth Day event known as Sunday School, where community, sustainability, and nature came together. The sun was shining and the spirit of service was strong at the Rid-All Green Partnership Farm in Cleveland's Kinsman neighborhood. The 5th annual Earth Day celebration, held in conjunction with the community gathering known as Sunday School, focused on sustainability, community building, and the healing power of the outdoors.
Sunday School is celebrating our 5th year Earth Day celebration down here at Rid-All Green Partnership. So bringing a bunch of young adults and families out to just celebrate Earth Day. We celebrate Earth Day on Sunday because it's a more relaxed day and more time you can get family to come out prepared.
Attendees joined the farm's Earth Day festivities, rolling up their sleeves to pull weeds, spread wood chips, and sow the seeds of future crops.
Our first year, we really didn't know what to expect, and then it just kept growing every year, and this is our year 5. We usually see about now, I think we started with like 20 people, and now it's about 75 people.
While adults and kids got to work in the garden beds, the Cleveland Metro Parks Mobile Nature Center was also on hand for children to explore.
So behind us is our 38-foot vehicle. It is part mobile classroom, part nature center, mobile nature center. During the summer, we spend a lot of our time going to community events like this one and interacting with the community to, again, encourage them to get outdoors and get involved with the nature that's around them.
Cleveland Ward 5 Councilman Richard Starr also stopped by to show his support. He presented a proclamation to the organizers recognizing Sunday School for its continued work in educating and uplifting the community. Organizers say events like Sunday School are about more than just planting. They're about growing deeper connections with the earth, with each other, and with the communities we call home.
It is free mental health care. You know, like we said, touching the soil, there is actually chemicals in soil that releases and triggers, you know, those happy feelings in your brain. It is an antidepressant. Yeah, and so I just think people think of like self-care and mental health as something they can't afford when this is free.
Nature is really kind of healing and really therapeutic to be in nature, and I keep saying it, but I think it is like my little like saying of like really just getting your hands dirty. It really does mean a lot to each person differently, but I think it for people to be able to leave with that positive feeling of that they did something important and that they did something meaningful for the environment, and just hopefully they feel good and had a good time.
Though Earth Day falls on April 22nd, Sunday School celebration reminds us that caring for the earth isn't a one-day event. It's a daily mission rooted in love and shared action.
I want them to walk away feeling like they were part of a family now, not volunteering, but extended family to the work that happens down here at Rid-All Green Partnership.
Wow, what a great way to bring the community together and celebrate the earth. And remember, Earth Day may just be one day on the calendar, but small actions all year long can make a big impact. We are constantly uploading new content on our TV20 Cleveland YouTube page, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. You can also connect with TV20 Cleveland on your favorite social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and X. Thanks for watching TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Be sure to stay tuned for more on TV20. We are Cleveland.